Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your host Jay, and this is a pre-recorded update right here from Inside Out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I got a major update from the previous update I did concerning my locked up loved one. So I appreciate you guys tuning in real quick and enjoying these updates and also helping out and supporting this cause. Not only that, but also supporting my locked up loved one and her current situation that she's dealing with right now in her prisons. Or in her prison, I should say, excuse me. So here's the update. It's nothing really major except for they have decided to, without my consent, without any touching base with family or anything of that nature, the Department of Corrections here in Washington State have determined that it would be best to send my locked up loved one to a different state. Now, if you're asking what states those are, these are the ones that are in play according to the information that I have gathered. The first state that they could send her is the state of Arizona. Yes, you heard me correctly on that. The state of Arizona. Somewhere in Arizona is where my locked up loved one could go. The other state that they could recommend sending her is in Minnesota, of all places. So she's got Arizona and Minnesota of the two states that they could be sending her. Now again, if you're wondering why they're sending her to out-of-state prisons instead of keeping her here, right here where her family's at, is due to the fact, now hear me out, this is probably one of the most lame excuses that they can throw towards me and the rest of the family. Now, if you guys pay attention to my show and know what I do, D.O.C. is pretty fond of doing these type of things. They just don't care. And I'm going to get into that here a little bit later in the video. But as you guys know, we're dealing with corruption of all kinds when it comes to D.O.C. We're dealing with all of the mistreatment going on inside of our prisons. We're dealing with a buttload of stuff when it comes to our prisons and D.O.C. and everything that's tied into it. You've heard me speak on this numerous times in other videos that I've done. But I want you guys to understand that their reasoning, as I mentioned before, their reasoning behind this is because of safety. Now, hear me out. I understand all about safety. I understand the concerns. I understand, the hard choices, if you will, that they're under. And the pressure, if you will, that they're under. But make no mistake about it. Their webpage, if you've ever been on D.O.C.'s webpage here in this state, you can understand that their webpage says right on it, to help and build a safer community. Okay, that's great. But they're also about family, trying to keep family together, tight-knit. To me, that's a false advertisement or statement on their webpage. Because if they're all about that, then they wouldn't be doing what they're doing to my locked up loved one. It's a no-brainer. So guys, this is the dilemma I'm under. Now, if there's any activists that are tuning in watching this video, I would highly recommend you reach out to me and I'll reach out to you and let's work together as a team to stop this movement from happening. If it can be done, you know, with other departments in other states, it can be done with mine. We still got time. So if you're all about advocating, you're all about helping, and you want to help put the word out and let D.O.C. here in the state of Washington know how you feel, I will put their number and whatnot in the description of this video, and maybe some other information to get it out there to help spread the concern that my locked up loved one needs to stay in Washington. Her family's here. There is no other family but what you're looking at right here. All the other family basically has fallen off the face of the earth. So all we have now, folks, is me and other activists supporting my locked up loved one in this major tragic event. Now, before I go, I want to let you all know too, I hope you guys can hear me, it's a little windy out here. I want you guys to also know that my locked up loved one is still an IMU. Nothing's changed on that. If you're asking questions why she's in IMU, or the hole, is because she's still dealing with this quote-unquote animal abuse case. Now, they haven't charged her with anything yet. She hasn't been charged as a felony on this case situation. D.O.C. is taking over the, I guess you call it the crime, or the case itself. And they're recommending her to do 6 months plus in IMU and do some type of program out of state. Hence the reason why I was talking about the out of state movement. Because according to D.O.C. and other information I have, guys, they don't have that typical or that kind of program here in this state. So they got to send her out to do this program. But I guess the good news is, from what I've gathered and what information I do have, that they're not charging her with this animal cruelty case. And I think you all kind of know why now and why they're doing what they're doing. Obviously, there's a lack of evidence, and a buttload of lack of evidence, I should say, when it comes to the animal that's in play here. You can't charge somebody with an animal abuse case if there's no evidence. And clearly, folks, as I mentioned before in my previous updated video, there is no evidence. I can't stress that enough. There is no evidence. And to clear that up even better for you, if you don't want to take my word for it, the said animal that got abused is right back on the yard, roaming the yard, and interacting with other inmates. Fancy that. This animal, if you're aware how this whole investigation thing works, this animal didn't even go to the vet. Didn't get examined by any professional animal veterinarian. So we have no evidence of the animal being abused. It's roaming the yard like nothing happened, but they're still gonna stick my locked up loved one with this nonsense. So if you got questions such as, what can we do about this? Why are they doing this? And all other questions that get, crammed towards me, email me or get a hold of me in the chat, the comment section of this video, and let me know your concerns. Let me know if you want to reach out. Let me know if you want to help. I have all the phone numbers, all the emails, all the addresses, everything that you can think of if you want to reach out to D.O.C. and headquarters and the higher ups. I have all that information. Okay? So nothing's really changed per se when it comes to my locked up loved one previous to my last video I did. So folks, we're still dealing with, what I believe, without any shadow of doubt now, and it's clear, we're dealing with a major retaliation event. To add more updated information with this video, I just got back from visiting my locked up loved one yesterday at the IMU unit in Monroe, Washington. she's doing all right considering the fact and what's going on. But I got clarified by her counselor, and I'll give you her phone number and name and all that in the description of this video if you want it. As I was sitting there visiting my locked up loved one between glass, she comes out and says the decision has been made, my locked up loved one's being shipped out. And as you guys know, I lost it right there. All kinds of mixed bag of emotions came through me. But of course, you know, I kept my professionalism, I kept my cool, I kept my calm, and I had a nice sit down, or I should say stand up conversation with her prior to this information. So guys, they're gonna ship her out, but we still got time to put a stop to this shipment or this movement. I need her to stay here in Washington. I cannot do anything if she goes to Arizona or Minnesota. There's no family there. I can't go see her. It's going to basically ruin everything that we've worked hard for to keep her sane. As some of you may know, she's been down since 1994. She's still locked up currently. The information on the release is this. She has an appeal set. No word on the appeal. The appeal is actually on stay again. So they're playing their little games, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably know. So no action, if you will, on her part, and not much good news, if you will, on my part either. So we're right back to square one. They've made their final decision, if you will, to move her out of state. And basically, we got to do what we got to do, guys, as activists. If you're an activist, if you are just a complete friend, you've been following this channel for a lengthy time, please reach out, please help out, do what you can to stop the movement. She needs to stay here in Washington. Her family is here. I'm all she got. I'm all she has left. Let's keep her here. All right. So help me keep her here. Reach out to me at my email, which is also going to be in the description of this video, but I'll verbalize it if you want to know what it is. Reach out to me, guys, at voicesfrominsideout@gmail.com. Again, my email to reach out to me on a more personal level is voicesfrominsideout@gmail.com. All one word. Yes, it's a lengthy email, but it's pretty self-explanatory. All one word. No spaces, no dots, no nothing. Okay? The email, if you're not sure how that works, anyways, it's going to be in the description. Just hit it and it'll take you to your my Gmail or your Gmail, and you can email me with your concerns, comments, questions, or anything else you may have. So guys, please, if you want to reach out, you want to help, do the right thing. Get a hold of me from the email or get a hold of me on the comment section. I'll reach out, I'll reply or answer your comments. But we got to stop this. We still got time, but time is running out. I'm not sure when this movement's going to happen. They're still going to keep her in IMU for 6 months. That's also their recommendation. I think it's nonsense. If they're not going to charge her with animal abuse, they need to drop everything, release her from IMU, and put her back in normal segregation. Or I mean, not segregation, but normal housing units. This is absolutely absurd. So we need to do something, folks. So let's do the right thing. This has been another update right here in our studios from Inside Out. I'm your host, Jay. Reach out to me, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Peace. Much love and respect to you all.